Hello there everybody, it's your old pal Jason here with another review. Today I will be talking about Ted, the new miniseries streaming now on Peacock. But before I get started, as always, I will be talking some spoilers, so if you haven't seen it yet and you don't want it spoiled for you, stop the video. Go check it out, come on back, we could talk about it. But now that we're past the spoiler warning, let's dive in, shall we? So it has been quite a few years since we last heard from that foul-mouthed talking teddy bear, since his last film, Ted 2, was released back in 2015. And of course, the series itself was announced a few years ago, and it piqued my interest back then, but my comedy sensibilities and my tastes have changed in that time, so some of the more offensive jokes really didn't hit me as well as they would have back in my, say, 20s. But the stories are engaging enough and the characters are more nuanced, and there were some genuinely funny moments, at least in my view, that it kept me watching all the way to the very end through all 7 episodes. Like I said, my comedy sensibilities have sort of changed, so there were just some things that didn't work for me, but there were those audacious and random, ridiculous things and moments that really did work for me, just because of the absurdity that we've grown accustomed to through Seth MacFarlane's other films and TV shows. And so there were some genuine laughs, but a lot of the harder, more offensive jokes didn't really work for me and kind of sometimes made me uncomfortable, but that's just me. They might work for someone else. It's interesting that they chose this to be a prequel series set in the 90s, so they could kind of satire some of the 90s sitcoms at the time and make a few jokes at the expense of people, places, things from the 90s that really worked well and were kind of funny all in their own. Now, a lot of the characters are your stereotypical 90s sitcom archetypes, like John being the wide-eyed teenager who's yearning to live his life and to do all those things that a teenager would normally do. His cousin Blair being that college student whose eyes have been opened up to the world and really clashes with the sort of stereotypical, bigoted father figure in Matt. And of course, John's mother, Susan, being that stereotypical housewife. But each of the characters have their own nuances that make them fairly interesting and quite engaging in their own way. So overall, while not every joke landed quite as well with me, it was still fun and funny and engaging enough to watch through. I wouldn't say it's one of my favorite shows, but I will say it was quite enjoyable, having been a fan way back when of those original Ted films. So if you're a fan of those movies, if you're a fan of Family Guy, you're going to love this show. But for me, it was kind of a bit lukewarm overall, but that's just me. But that's just my opinion. Let me know what you thought of Ted down in the comments. What was your favorite episode? What was the most outlandish thing that really stuck with you the most? I want to hear from you. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to click that like button. You want to see more videos, don't forget to subscribe. Click that notification bell so you can get updates on all my future videos. You can also follow my social media pages. Links down in the description of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you on the next one. Bye!